The show is about to begin.
This channel is designed for adults viewing only, and certain videos will contain rated M for mature video games, featuring realistic violence, gore and suggestive themes. If you are not an adult, do not view the content on this channel.
Don't go anywhere, stay tuned. Get ready to take a trip down memory lane. Back in the 1980s and 90s, Tiger electronic handhelds were more popular than ever. If your parents weren't able to afford a gaming console, a Game Boy or Game Gear, or an Atari Lynx, they probably received a Tiger handheld instead. There was hundreds, perhaps thousands, of different kinds of Tiger handhelds that existed. There was even Tiger electronic handhelds for both boys and girls in many different varieties. As Tiger electronic handhelds became more and more popular, Tiger Electronics attempted to go head-to-head with Nintendo. In 1995, Tiger Electronics released the R-Zone, a direct competition against the Nintendo Virtual Boy. Now both the Virtual Boy and the R-Zone obviously failed. In 1997, Tiger released the Game.com as direct competition against the Game Boy. The price tag was only $69.99 in comparison to a much more expensive Game Boy. The Game.com looked pretty promising. The Game.com was the first ever portable gaming console, cartridge-based, with touchscreen. And speaking of cartridges, the Game.com not only had one cartridge slot, but it had two. It was featuring a 200x160 display capable of producing 4 different levels of gray, featuring a COM port allowing you to have a dial-up internet access, allowing you to upload high scores, text-only browsing, and text-based emails. I mean, that's impressive. The Game.com was a very powerful gaming handheld that required 4 AA batteries. Ultimately, the Game.com sold less than 300,000 units, but that is still impressive. Today, we will take a closer look at the Game.com and its games. I hope that you enjoyed those interesting facts about the Game.com, and now that table can only mean one thing. Let's show off the Game.com collection before we play some games. And now, of course, we have the console right here. Comes with a little pen, as you can see there. It has an A, B, C, and D button. It has, let's see what we got here. We got a menu, sound, pause. We got a pretty decent D-pad. It feels almost like a Genesis or a Saturn D-pad, kinda. It's not the greatest, but it's okay. And there we have the back of it with the label. There's a headphone jack down here apparently, and there's a battery in here for a watch battery, and right here there's like a little COM port, probably for like a modem. And try to get this back on there is not the easiest thing in the world. And then we have a power adapter. We have contrast and volume, and then of course one of the most unique features of Game.com, which I think is actually cool. You can insert 2 games at once, and it has like a built-in menu where you can choose whichever game you want to play. Alright, so let's move on to the games we have here. Just gonna grab some by random. Of course, we have Light Out. Let's see if we can get this focus. Okay, Lights Out. It's the most common game for the Game.com. I believe this was a packing game, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll put that there. And we have the Jurassic Park Lost World game, and this was supposed to be competing up against like the Game Boy and the Game Gear. The Indy 500. You know, by the time this came out, the Game Gear is pretty much already done. Another copy of Lights Out, which we'll put right there on top of that one. We have Wheel of Fortune for the Game.com. Never actually tried that. We'll check it out today. We have Fighters Megamix, which is a Sega game. And as mentioned before, the Game Gear was pretty much already done and over with, so Sega decided to make games for the Gamecom. And we have Batman and Robin for the Gamecom. Now, some of these games are pretty rare. This might be one of them right here, and I kind of like that they have end labels. I like the effort that Tiger put into their cartridges. Excuse me. And here we have Mortal Kombat Trilogy. It's pretty cool looking label art. And again, they have end labels, which is a nice little feature that you don't even see on Game Boy cartridges, unfortunately. We have Tiger Casino. We have a second copy of Mortal Kombat Trilogy that I came across. You can see they're pretty much identical. There's no difference. And then we have another copy of Jurassic Park, which we'll put right over there. And we have a few more over here, which I'll show you guys. We have the Resident Evil 2, which is probably one of the most impressive games on the Gamecom. And of course, we have Duke Nukem 3D, which is another impressive game on the Gamecom. Now, just for the hell of it, for whatever reason, I do own a one boxed game, so you guys can see what a boxed game looks like. Got a huge UPC code right there on the bottom. It says Gamecom, and it has that little like Sega Saturn looking thing right there. And Fighter Megamix. We got the screenshots right here on the back. And it kind of looks very reminiscent to like a Game Boy game, you know. And when you open this up, you have a plastic tray with the game in it right there, and probably a couple of manuals. We'll see what we have in here. And you got a horrible looking manual right here. Instead of being black and white, it's red and white. I'm not exactly sure why they did that, because that's not the most easiest thing on the eyes. Maybe the red ink was cheaper. I'll give them an A for effort, but that's pretty horrible. So let's check out some Gamecom games. Okay, so the first game that we're going to try out is the Mortal Kombat game. Let's see if we can make this actually work. You can see right there the cartridge goes inside the machine, and we have the Mortal Kombat title screen right there, which looks like crap, as expected. And my screen on my Gamecom is pretty bad. It's in bad shape, as you can see. These things are notorious for having bad capacitors and all kinds of weird stuff. And right here, the audio cuts out. But when you select a fighter, let's select any fighter, for the audio comes back. So far it looks pretty much like standard Mortal Kombat. There's no music, which is good because your ears might bleed. Oh my god, look at this. This Mortal Kombat action on the Gamecom. I mean, just look how crazy that, oh my, look at this. I mean, this is barely playable. I can't believe that this actually, well, I kind of do, because, you know, the audio is very loud on this. Is there a way of turning this down? There we go. Sound a little bit, still a bit on the loud side, but you guys get the idea. This is a pretty bad copy of Mortal Kombat, if not the worst. I mean, it's a little playable. I don't think you can do any special, spectacular moves or anything like that. It's mostly kicking and punching. I mean, just look at that. And it's very sluggish compared to like normal Mortal Kombat. You can see right there, I actually lost, which is not surprising. And yeah, so that's a quick look at Mortal Kombat Trilogy on the Gamecom. It looks nice on the screenshots, but it's pretty bad. Alright, the next game that we're going to be trying out is Batman, and I guess maybe the cartridge. Let's see here. Alright, it finally worked. I've had a bit of a technical difficulty with the Gamecom. I got Batman and Robin. Now, initially, the audio on the intro sounds actually pretty good. And that's where that ends right here. Because this is the selection screen right here, and the audio on the selection screen sounds pretty bad. Alright, and here we have the select your hero. And you can see that little thing on the bottom right there, like that little spotlight. You have to hold down your spotlight right there. And select your hero, which is that's actually pretty cool. I'll give them a thumbs up for that. But that's where that ends. So let's start the game right here. And here we have Batman, and the character model for Batman actually looks not bad. Well, you'll hear as many times, well, actually, the few times I have played this game, I have turned it off because of that sound effect right there. That Batman sound effect of him being hit by the enemies. It doesn't sound appropriate at all. I mean, it sounds pretty bad. Well, let's hear that one more time. What the hell were they thinking? That does not sound like Batman. I don't know what that is. I don't want to know, but that's not Batman. Let's move on to the next game. Alright, here we are playing Lights Out. Now, this is actually one of the better games on the Gamecom. That's right, a good game on the Gamecom. Let's try this game out. Let's get away from that Batman game. That very disturbing, questionable sound effect. Don't want to get caught in public playing that game. Alright, let's, can you imagine, back in the day, your friend has a Game Boy and you have a Gamecom, and you're playing this next to your friend, and you hear Batman grunting like that? Like, what the hell? Alright, so how do we play this? So this is like a standard, like, little puzzle game. You're supposed to try to make all the blocks disappear. And this is probably the first touchscreen handheld, so you have to give Tiger Electronics credit for that. And then later on you had the DS. So they were pretty ahead of their time when it came to that. And games like this would have been fantastic on the Gamecom, because as you can see here, actually it's pretty good. It's a standard little puzzle game. There's nothing really too complicated about it. It's simple. And, you know, there's pretty simplistic. That's all that there is to it. And games like this would be a lot more appropriate for the Gamecom than games like this. So this game gets a thumbs up because it does its job, and it's not a bad game at all. Lights Out. I have a second copy of it right here. It's probably the most common game on the Gamecom, and it's actually not bad. There you go. So we're going to try out the Indy 500. Let's see exactly how a racing simulator works on the Gamecom. It's something that I've never actually tried out, but here we have it right here. We have a nice little introduction with the balloons flying in the air. We got the Indy 500. Alright, let's start the game and see what we get. We have to choose our vehicle right here. And let's...
Please select the transmission.
Now that's actually pretty cool. It has like a rotating vehicle right there, so it kind of looks like 3D, but not.
Automatic transmission.
You have a voice.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
It kind of has like that Daytona USA type feel to it so far.
From a rolling start. Ready? Go.
Let's see what we're getting here, and right away we crashed. I mean, what is happening here? That's a very, very bizarre, like, camera angle. So, oh my god, we crashed again. Alright, let's try this again. Let's see if we can... So here we are driving, and oh my god, we crashed again. You can definitely prepare yourself to crash quite a bit in this game. Let's see if we can actually take this serious. Let's see if we can do it. I turned! Okay, this game... The graphics look not bad, but the camera angles are just weird. So let's look at this, watch. Okay, so I turned as it told me to. I'm holding down... Maybe you're supposed to let off the acceleration. Let's try this one more time. Alright, that actually worked. So you have to let off the acceleration. And then once you let off the acceleration, okay, so that might be my error. And I crashed again. And this actually might be an okay racing game, but I don't quite see how... Okay, so that's a trial, time trial. Okay, so
The race begins from a rolling
let's try the race itself.
Ready? Go.
Okay, we're going to try our best to do what we can. Okay, so we're turning the corner without accelerating, and so far that worked. That actually worked quite well. I'm trying to get around this car right here. Oh my god, and I crashed into the wall. No, this game is actually... I probably gave it a bad review once before. I'm going to say this game is obviously mediocre, but it's actually not as bad. Now that I know that you have to let off the acceleration. It's much like driving a real car. When you turn the corner, you probably want to let off the acceleration a little bit. So this is actually not a half bad game for the Gamecom. And it looks like I'm in 20th place. And I crashed into that car right there, and that is the Indy 500 game on the GameCom. It's an okay game. It's actually not bad. Alright, so we're playing Fighter Megamix, a game that was quite the popular game on the Sega Saturn, because it was actually pretty good. And let's see how a Sega Saturn game stacks up on the GameCom. And get the nice little, not so nice looking introduction right here, especially on my GameCom. You can see that the screen's not in the greatest shape. You can hear that pretty bad sounding music right there. I mean, let's see if we can focus this camera a little bit. You hear that music. I do apologize for making your ears bleed a little bit. And we have the Fighter Megamix title screen right there. Look at that. Let's choose one player. Let's choose a fighter. This is pretty cool. You can play Fighter Megamix on the go. So let's see how this plays out. Alright. Let's see how this actually works. Oh! So far I would say this feels better than the Mortal Kombat game. Not correct. Oh, come here! Oh! I can't believe I'm actually having fun playing this game. I mean, I never thought. Never really. I had this in my collection for a little while. I never really cared to pick it up and play it. But this game's actually an okay portable version of Fighter Megamix that I did not really expect to be okay. Well, with all due respect to the GameCom, this game's actually not bad. It's actually not bad at all. It's probably more than likely the better fighting game on the GameCom. Considering the limitations of the GameCom, this is actually pretty good. Alright, so we're going to try out that Jurassic Park game, The Lost World. And let's see how this game plays out. I mean, there is a few decent games on the GameCom, I guess. The Fighter Megamix is not bad. And the 500 is mediocre. You just have to learn how to play it. And the lights out's pretty good. And we got a pretty awesome Jurassic Park introduction right there. And I guess you have to choose your character. You got tempo or harding. Just choose a character. And it appears that we have to choose a vehicle. I mean, what are we getting ourselves into here? Alright, let's choose this vehicle over here. Alright, we're in area number 1. And what is this? It appears that we're driving a vehicle. Oh my god, what is happening here? It's like a stampede. And it's kind of hard to keep up with what's going on the screen, because the screen's kind of not the greatest to begin with. It's kind of blurry when it comes to stuff like this. And this kind of does remind me of like something that you would see, I don't know, like one of the little portable Tiger electronic handhelds. Now, one thing I'll definitely admit that the sound effects of the motorcycle and that Jeep vehicle actually sound pretty good, and they're not the same sound effects. So they made the effort to actually give it different sound effects. And the dinosaur sound effects are, I guess, not bad. So one thing that this game has going for it is the sound effects. Now entering the nest area. Caution. I have no idea what I'm doing in this game, but now we have a what appears to be a platformer. What the hell is this? Alright, so I got killed by a dinosaur that's casually walking on the sidewalk right there. And I can barely make out what's going on the screen. I'm going to tell you right now. So let's keep walking this way. There's apparently a hole right there, and that did not do any good. I fell right down the hole again. And, oh my god, that dinosaur just devoured me in a very Jurassic manner. Alright, so I jump. Oh my god, there's another dinosaur. Man, this game is... Is that the shoot button? Okay, let's try to shoot one of these dinosaurs right here. Yeah, take that, you son of a bitch. Oh, I guess that didn't work. Get out of there. And I fell down into, like, who knows where. What is this? Like a pitfall? Alright, let's keep going this way. I mean, the platform... This game is just hard to look at. I mean, it was a nice attempt. But I'm going to say this is definitely not one of the greatest Gamecom games in the world. And most of the games are not that good. You can add that to the list. Alright, it's time to play a little bit of Wheel of Fortune for the Gamecom. And hopefully this is good. The introduction is actually pretty good. Sounds good. Look at that. That was a quite the impressive introduction right there. That was so far one of my favorites. And you can choose your player right here. Change your screener. I have a bunch of different character models. See if you can grab the pen. I have a feeling this is going to be like a pen game. And here we are playing Wheel of Fortune. And we're spinning the Wheel of Fortune. It says proper name for 400. And there is an H. So I'm going to spin again. And let's see here. Let's choose. I'm just choosing a random letter here. What is that? Is that an F? Okay, so there's definitely an O. I went bankrupt. What the hell? So yeah, this is one of those touchscreen games for the Gamecom, and it's actually not bad. This is much like Lights Out. This is something that you could enjoy playing. The sound effects are actually not bad. They're not annoying. They won't make your ears bleed. No, this is something that's actually pretty decent on the Gamecom. Alright, so here we have Tiger Casino for the Gamecom, and this is probably another one of those touchscreen games. Let's check this out. I never actually tried this one out before. So you have poker, blackjack, high-low. You have the looks like a slot machine. Let's try that out. Yeah, the dinosaur over there. What is that? That is insane. Got some pretty cool looking animations right there. Look at that. Tiger slots. Alright, let's check this out. We're going to do some T-Rex slot machine right here. Let's see how good this is. We're going to place our... Alright, here we go. We're spinning it. The touchscreen was a little bit not so responsive. Alright, so it looks like I'm gonna try this again. Let's see if we can get some money. Now that's not working out. Let's go back. I'm gonna cash out. Let's go back to the other. So here we have the poker game right here. You can see how the poker game looks. And for Gamecom standards, it looks not bad. Alright, let's click on deal. Okay, so place it. I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing here. So I never actually played this game before. Okay, let's go back to the game. Alright, so here we go. Now we're pretty much just gonna click on one by random. Let's see here. See what happens. You lose. So yeah, that's actually pretty cool. I'm pretty sure you definitely could have had fun playing this game. It's a casino game. It's a touchscreen game, and it's not bad. So, back then something like this would have been ideal to play on the Gamecom. Now, Gamecom also had a built-in game right here, Solitaire. As you can see right there, it was like a free little built-in game that you can play. And it wasn't bad, it was actually pretty good. So, it's a nice little thing that they had here. And you couldn't really tell which card was what, except for, I guess, one of them was light colored. And that's pretty much it. It's just a simple solitaire game. The light colored ones are obviously the red, and the dark black ones are black. And that's pretty much the way you decipher which cards go on top of what. And it works. And it's not bad. Alright, so this is probably one or two of the main events, what I'm going to consider the main events for Gamecom. We got Duke Nukem 3D. Then the final main event will be Resident Evil 2. And we got the title screen for Duke Nukem 3D right there, with the horrific music. Alright, let's start the game right here. We got LA Meltdown. Let's try this out. You have Duke Nukem's voice in the game, so that's actually pretty cool. Now, it is kind of hard to see this. So you have to do your best to adjust the, Yeah, like I said, you have to do your best to adjust the screen contrast in order to see this properly. So back in the day, I had a friend in school that had a Gamecom, and this was the game that he had. And I remember playing it for about 10 minutes, and then this blew my mind. I was like, holy crap, this is actually pretty cool. Now, in reality, the game's not good at all. It's obviously not good. Alright, so I forgot how to go through that door. Alright, let's see here. You have to hold the D button down. Okay. So this is a really strange, nice attempt. Okay, I was going to say this is a nice, strange attempt for a first-person shooter on the Gamecom, and it sort of works. It's actually not bad. As you can see, you can only strafe back and forth. You cannot turn left and right. but in a way it actually works. It's definitely not the same Duke Nukem you would play on the PC. And see, if you hold down the D button, you can switch your weapons. You have a shotgun right here. Alright, shotgun. Alright, so let's see if we can...
Where is it?
Okay, so there's a card that we need somewhere. Where's that card? I'm gonna have to find it. Let's go into this door over here. Oh, no. I got a shotgun, and then we're turning the corner. You see how that corner turn looks pretty cool. Let's go in here. And the music sounds awful, but the sound effects are not bad. And there's so many enemies on the screen, we need to get away from them. So we have to go this way. That shotgun's not doing its job, so we need to switch back to the pistol. Strafe away from them for a second. Go back and take out the enemies. And there we go, we can pick up all these weapons and ammunition right here. This game is actually not bad at all. It's actually okay. Let's go through this door. And here we are in the theater, and you can see that there's seats right there, and it actually looks quite impressive. Oh no, it's gonna kill me. Let's see if we can switch her to shotgun right here. Oh, there we go. Took care of him. Now we have the end of the level right there. And back in like '98 when this came out, this was impressive. I mean, right now, yeah, it looks like crap. You can easily crap on this game and say that it looks awful, but back then, this was actually... It blew my mind when I first played it. And I still, like, to this day, when I pop it in and try it out, for a portable version of Duke Nukem from back then, this is actually quite impressive, in my opinion. I mean, look at that. And I could continue playing this because, first of all, it's not the same thing as the PC version, so it's different. So if you enjoy Duke Nukem on the PC, this is something completely different to play. And we reached the end of the hallway there. That was a long hallway. Kill him! Oh my god. So if Gamecom came out with more games like this on the on their console, this Gamecom console right here, they would have a much better chance at competing against the standard Game Boy. You have to choose which way to go. Yeah, this is definitely one of the most impressive games on the Gamecom that you can definitely get your hands on and definitely play. Trust me, this game is actually pretty impressive. Oh, I'm getting shot. Oh my god. Let's check out the next game. This game is... I'm getting carried away here, having too much fun playing. Oh, I died. Never thought I would have that much fun playing that. So for the final main event we have here, it's going to be Resident Evil 2 for the Gamecom. I hope that you guys have been enjoying this special presentation episode of the Gamecom collection. And right away we got the Resident Evil 2 title screen. This is probably, in my opinion, the most impressive Gamecom game to exist. And right away, we have what appears to be some traditional, let's see if we can darken that screen a little bit so you guys see that better. Some good old traditional Resident Evil action. And I believe Resident Evil 2 was just remade recently. And let's check out the most primitive, not so popular version of Resident Evil 2. But in my opinion, probably the most impressive. I mean, look at this. This actually looks pretty good on the GameCom. This is actually not bad at all. Alright, that's our inventory. I'm trying to figure out the buttons on this. Because, to be honest, I haven't played this in who knows how long. Alright, so we're going inside of a door, and they even have the door animation. So this game gets an A for effort right there. That's actually really, really impressive. Oh my god, there's a zombie right there. And we have to get in the right position to kill it. So don't expect this game to be easy. And we got it. Alright. It got back up. Oh my god, what the hell? Alright, let's pick this ammunition up right here. I hear another zombie. That's not a good sign. I'm gonna get the hell out of here before something else crazy happens. Alright, walking through the door right here, and let's find out what we have down here. And I find this game to be quite impressive. Like, this is really crazy. Oh, it is right. Oh my god. And it's just as scary as the PlayStation version. Or whatever version of Resident Evil exists. I mean, you have to watch out where you go here. Let's go down this way. And it looks like we have an ambulance, and I don't know what that is back there. There's nothing here for us. Let's see if we can walk this way. Is there something over here? Oh, where did that guy come from? Oh, he's eating me alive. What the hell? Get off. Get off of me. Oh my god. He is killing me. There is like no escaping that, so this game's a lot harder than the normal game. Now that is Resident Evil 2 on the GameCom, just a little sample of it. And that is definitely a pretty fun game to play on the GameCom. It's like, in my opinion, the most impressive game on the GameCom. That game is insane. And I'm surprised that they were actually able to pull it off that well on the GameCom, even though it's not perfect. But still, it actually is very, very impressive. So if you enjoyed this episode of Memory Lane, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and comment down below and let me know what you think of the GameCom after watching this video.